Have you ever had a dream so clear, so vivid, so real in your mind that you could almost touch it? You knew exactly what you wanted. You could picture the life, the success, the version of yourself that finally made it. And then, nothing happened. Not because you forgot about it, not because you stopped wanting it, but because somehow every single day, something got in the way. And that something was not the world. It was you. Psychology says this is not weakness. It is not laziness. It is not a character flaw. There are very specific, very real reasons why the most ambitious minds sometimes produce the least action. And once you understand them, everything starts to make sense. 1. Their brain already gave them the reward before they earned it. When you imagine success in vivid detail, your brain does something fascinating. It releases the same chemicals it would release if a success had actually happened. The pride, the relief, the satisfaction. Your brain experienced the win without the work. And once the brain feels rewarded, the urgency to act drops almost completely. This is why the more detailed your vision is, the harder it sometimes feels to start. You already felt what finishing feels like, so starting feels unnecessary. 2. The dream is protecting them from something they are terrified of. This one goes deeper than most people realize. These are not people without courage. These are people who are deeply afraid of one specific thing, finding out they are not as capable as they hoped. Because right now, the dream is perfect, untested, undefeated. As long as they never try, they never have to face the possibility that they might fail. And so, the dream stays exactly where it is. Safe, beautiful, untouched. A possibility they protect by never putting it at risk. 3. They are waiting for a feeling that will never come. Ask them why they have not started yet, and they will say the same thing. I am not ready yet. The timing is not right. I am still preparing. But here is what psychology actually shows. Confidence does not come before action. It comes from action. Readiness is not a feeling you wait for. It is a feeling you build by starting before you feel ready. But nobody told them that. So they keep waiting, and waiting, and waiting for a version of themselves that will only exist on the other side of the thing they keep refusing to start. 4. Thinking has become a substitute for doing. They research everything. They plan every detail. They watch every video, read every book, study every person who made it. And it all feels productive. It feels like progress. But there is a very thin line between preparation and avoidance. And they crossed it a long time ago without realizing it. Every hour spent planning is an hour that felt like action but produced nothing. Their mind is exhausted from all the thinking. So when it is finally time to do something real, they have nothing left. 5. Deep down, they do not believe they deserve it. This is the one nobody wants to say out loud. They can talk about the dream for hours. They genuinely want it. They genuinely believe they are capable of it. But somewhere underneath all of that, in a place they rarely visit, there is a quiet voice. Who do you think you are? People like, you do not get things like that. What makes you so special? That voice did not come from nowhere. It came from a teacher who dismissed them, a parent who never said, well done, a world that taught them early that wanting too much leads to disappointment. And so they dream loudly and act silently, because dreaming costs nothing. But trying and failing in front of a world that already doubted you costs everything. 6. The gap between who they are and who they need to become feels too wide. The dream requires a different version of them, more disciplined, more consistent, more focused, more resilient. And when they look at who they are right now and who they need to be to get there, the distance feels impossible, not because it is impossible, but because they are trying to become that person all at once instead of one small step at a time. So they stand at the edge of the gap and freeze, waiting for a bridge that nobody is going to build for them. 7. The idea of who they could be is more comfortable than the reality of who they are right now. Potential is a beautiful place to live, In potential, you are everything: talented, capable, destined for something great. But the moment you take real action, you enter reality. And reality has feedback. Reality has failure. Reality has slow progress and uncomfortable truths. And days where nothing works. Potential has none of that. So they stay there, comfortable in the warmth of everything they could be, while the life they actually want keeps moving further away. Having a big dream is one of the most human things there is. But a dream that never meets action is not really a dream. It is a story you tell yourself about a life you are too afraid to live. The people who make it are not the ones with the biggest dreams. They are the ones who got tired of a story and decided to find out what was actually possible. If this felt like it was written about you, it probably was. Subscribe for more psychology that does not just describe who you are, but helps you understand why you became this way. See you next Sunday.